Wow. I haven't heard that sound a lot in 2023. It's live. We're doing it. We're doing it live this time, right? Oh, look at that. Look at all those beers flowing. Isn't that amazing? That's what happens when friends come together. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day, Allan Jepsen. It's his holiday, not ours.
Love it. Love it. Allan, please explain Boxing Day in a sentence.
Oh, no, it's just shopping.
Okay.
I looked it up today.
What do you got?
I really don't know the history behind it, honestly. It's just another day off for me. So.
All right. Sounds good. Good enough for me.
It had something to do with having things that you don't need or a surplus of things, and you end up boxing it up and giving it to the poor or the needy or something like that. That was around, I literally just talked about this with my wife today. So pretty cool. I always thought it was boxing. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what I would have thought too.
Well, it could be all things to all people, right? So whatever you feel. Well, thank you for joining us. This is a very, very special occasion, and it's our year-end celebration. And hey, guys, let's do a show. What do you think? It's the Baseball Brew Crew Podcast. We're keeping baseball history alive, one craft beer at a time. Wherever you are watching or listening to us, please give us a like and a follow. And if you love beer with your baseball, please tell a friend. Tonight, it is the 2023 Diamond Icons Award Show, the Gala event. Kevin, I saw you out on the red carpet signing autographs. The paparazzi was out in force, and I think you had to move a couple garbage cans to let them through. Yeah. It is awesome. It is an event every year. This is our third year of doing this, and we're so happy that you're here. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from, what you're drinking tonight, and well, why don't I do the lineup card for today of some esteemed guests we have. So let's get to it. Hitting first is the field correspondent and senior research analyst of the Baseball Brew Crew. It is the loyal, the honorable, the amazing Kevin Lyon.
Oh, you were introducing me when you said all that. Wow. Oh, wow. Thank you. I feel so honored for that actual nice introduction. I'll excuse the senior emphasis on that. And may I explain to the audience what happened with the man next to the lamp who isn't here tonight? This man is now known as Hollywood because he's become famous for getting his million views on Instagram. So we learned that he now has an appearance fee of, let me read this right, $1 million to appear on this show.
1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. Yeah, that's right. So he's not here tonight, unfortunately. What? Sorry. Let me read that again. $1 million hairs.
Hairs.
I said that, Michael Mondragon.
Got it.
I can't Venmo him doll hairs, so maybe we can Venmo him $1 million doll hairs to appear next time we record. We love you, Hollywood.
Yes. He puts butts in seats, and he is not here tonight. Hopefully, he will be here in the chat and be able to participate in our Diamond Icons selection process, which we will go over a little bit later. But again, the Goodwill Ambassador, the Sultan of Swig of the Baseball Brew Crew, Cowboy Jack Durango, unfortunately could not be here. We'll hope to have him in the chat. But we have two special guests tonight. Making his fifth appearance on the Baseball Brew Crew programming. He is our Canadian brother from another mother. His passion for pro wrestling, baseball, and craft beer has made him a fan favorite. And the only thing that separates him and us is 1,300 miles and one big Pat Borders. Please welcome the Big Hurt, Allan Jepsen. Welcome.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Oh, it is such a pleasure to have you. Again, we've made fast friends over these. I think it's only been, 3 or 4 years. And we went to the World Baseball Classic this year, and that was just a blast. And again,
this year? Wow.
Vancouver with you.
This year. I saw Allan a lot this year.
Yeah.
Drunk all around Vancouver.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. And Cowboy Jack is there. He's ready. And we'll definitely bring him in. So good deal. So Allan, thank you so much for being here. We totally appreciate it. We have a lot of great things in the future that we'd like to collaborate with you with. And I can't wait to do all those things and more.
Sounds great.
You got it. All right. Making his 5th appearance on the Baseball Brew Crew programming. I'm not 5th appearance. What am I talking about? This is his 8th appearance.
Whoa.
8th appearance.
Wow.
Dang, really?
Yes. His YouTube channel, If Sports Card, has nearly 50,000 followers. And as a channel that just went to 1,000, I know how hard that is. And that is a lot of work. He's putting out quality content out there. His followers faithfully watch his very popular top 10 polls of the week, his wife pack wars with his wife, Nikki. He just went on 194 rounds of that, which is absolutely outstanding. And most importantly, he is the dad of an adorable son named Bowden. That's right. There he is. Freeman. Please welcome our friend and one of our biggest supporters, Ian Fitzgerald. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very happy to be here, guys. Thank you so much for including me. I'm a little sad that we couldn't get Cowboy Jack on here to, do a side-to-side compare to see who's best looking tonight. But, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I know Cowboy Jack's not going to take the L, but I think that you're winning. You're edged him just by a little bit tonight as the sexiest person on the stream. But you also have star appeal too. You were last year's Silver Chugger Award winner in the Diamond Icons. Yes. So you're an award winner as well.
Yes, thank you very much for reminding me of that. I think I forget her name, but the organist, we went in together.
Oh, Nancy Faust. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So, I couldn't have gone in with anyone better. She's awesome. So
that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, my name is Michael Mondragon, your humble host for the festivities tonight. And so as tradition on the show, we always bring a new and unique craft beer to review and enjoy. And we're not going to go in depth on it, but I wanted to go around and see what everybody's drinking tonight. I'm going to start with Kevin Lyon because I think that he has a little bit of a story with his.
Two of them I drink throughout the night, but ready for the first one here, you might want to get a close of this. This is by Pitback Brewing here in beautiful Burbank in Glendale, California. So says here, this Christmas Santa is bringing the gift of terror. Look out, it's Santa. Santa was a werewolf.
Oh, right on.
West Coast IPA with Mosaic, El Dorado, and Citra hops coming in at 7.2% and 60 IBU. So definitely a little bitterness to it, and enjoying it so far. We love paperback.
Awesome. Let's put in Allan. Well, Allan, what do you got tonight?
I'm drinking Rewind Brewing, which is in Port Moody, British Columbia. They're like a throwback style brewery, so they make beers like based on different things. So this is a So Delicious Orange Cream Soda beer, which is 5.2%, and it's pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds amazing. What kind of taste is that? Is that like a cream ale?
It seems more. It's like a combination of like a cream and a slight sour. So
okay,
it says 5.2%, but it kind of feels much lighter than that. So
okay,
it's pretty good.
Very cool. All right, Ian.
Yeah,
I didn't
follow the memo when you said new beer. This has been on a few times. I might even have had this on here, but when I see it in the store, I cannot not buy it. Toppling Goliath makes a phenomenal Radiant Haze IPA, which is now brewed in collaboration with Radiant, which again, I don't know if Radiant actually does anything to this beer itself, but it is a very juicy, what did I say here? 7% on this one. If you've never been to Decorah, Iowa, beautiful town. It's worth a stop at Toppling Goliath if you are around there. I think Cowboy Jack would agree. One of the better, if not the best IPA
Yes.
pretty good.
I think that'll put it over. Put it in my veins. That says it.
And to top it off, I went to a restaurant with some coworkers last week, and I had ordered one of these, and these ladies came around in beautiful, ugly sweaters that said Top Wing Goliath, and they're like, "Hey, have you tried this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually drinking one now." And they said, "Well, you should have a free pint glass." So, cheers.
Bravo.
Nice.
Well done.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorites too. And you actually can find it locally in Southern California Total Wine stores. So
Yes,
I get them.
you find it quite a bit. So that's great to see. All right. So my beer tonight is actually a favorite brewery of mine that I don't get to enough, but I was able to stop there about 2 weeks ago. And I've been saving this for a long time. Let me see if I can get a better can on here. Make sure this is okay. All right. So this is literally the only thing that's on here. It's the Cousin of Death from Monkish Brewing. One of the gateway breweries that really made me rethink craft beer in especially in Southern California. So this is an 8.4 ABV, no IBU, Motueka and Citra double dry hopped. This is that version of another beer called I Never Sleep, and I remember Kevin and I went to actually a beer event festival, and we literally had some time afterwards. We're like, hey, we should go to Monkish. We actually that is how good it is. We after a beer festival, we said like, let's go have some high-end sushi, which was Monkish Brewing, and it was outstanding. And if you ever make your way out to the Southern California area, obviously Radiant, like the Toppling Goliath, that is a great place to go. So many great breweries, but Monkish is one of those kind of, it's not for the everyday beer drinker, right, Kevin?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, absolutely. That lot of like higher percentage kind of things. You're going there, you're going to get a lot of stuff over 7-8%. So if you're going there, make sure you have a safe way home.
Yes. And it was a little rough after, we went to a beer event and then we went to Monkish and had a few more, but definitely worth it.
You took an Uber home and I walked home.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Away, so.
I think I slept in that Uber, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was a rough day the next day, but it's definitely worth it. Monkish Brewing, definitely check that out and look for it. And Ian, tonight we're wearing the Giants. I totally forgot my Christmas sweater. That's how out of sorts I am. But yeah, yes, and it's going to be definitely a different season out here. It's oh boy, we could do a whole show on that, but cheers to everyone. Thank you for being here. The 2023 Diamond Icon.
Jack Daniels. Cheers to
Oh,
Jack Daniels.
There you go. Talk about getting an Uber home. That's
Michael, can I lighten things up before we get started here? Because I want to say, I think we need some humor tonight. So I went to the trouble of emailing Jackie Martling at jokeland@AOL.com for some jokes. It's been 15 minutes. He sent me a ton of jokes. Should I just read all 1,000 of them right now? What do you think?
Go for it.
I'll read one. All right, I'll read one. I'm kidding. Hey, what did the hooker say to Abbott and Costello?
I don't know.
Who's on first?
Oh boy. Oh, Jackie. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. That's it.
All right. So let's do it. Let's get the ball rolling. Whoop. What are we doing here?
Oh no.
There we go. The Diamond Icons.
Watch out.
Let's go it. Okay. So we're going to start out with the Legacy Awards. So this is, to honor some of our fallen friends from the past, especially in the baseball industry. So Johnny Maggs and Brody Stevens in 2021. Our friend Matt Sinister, Gaylord Perry also died last year. So we definitely wanted to honor them. This year's award winner for the Legacy Award is Hall of Famer Brooks Robinson. And if you're now, a lot of people probably think that Brooks Robinson, everybody knows about him. I'm not sure as many people know how his dominance, especially before the era of the 70s. He was one of those cornerstone, just solid guy. His nickname was the Human Hoover, the human vacuum cleaner, and like anything that went over there, it was swallowed up. He wasn't a prolific hitter so much, but he had almost 3,000 hits, 268 in home runs, 1,357 RBI. But the runs that he saved, I mean, he was a juggernaut of those Oriole teams in the 60s and early 70s.
Yeah, because there was a couple world championships in there and at least three or four World Series appearances for sure that he had.
Yes. And all of these gold gloves, he won 16 consecutive gold gloves.
Wow.
The most by a position player. He's tied with Jim Cott for the second most all-time behind Greg Maddux, who actually surprisingly has which is even crazier.
And one thing is, I don't even know this. I know the Gold Glove started in around the 60s. I wonder if he was playing before the award even existed. We'd have to hashtag do the research on that,
Yes, that you're probably right on that. It's much like what is it? The Silver Slugger was 1980.
Yeah, something like 80 or 81, which I couldn't believe that new of an award,
Yes, and his 23 seasons spent with a single team is a major league record since matched by only Carl Yastrzemski. Yeah. So, and a lifetime Oriole. So, definitely one of those great players. If you see any highlights from the late 60s, early 70s, I mean, this guy is it. And definitely, unfortunately, passed away last year. So we definitely wanted to honor him. All right. So our Silver Chugger Award, awarded for contributions in entertainment. Our friend Bob Log the third, Jackie Martling, of course, who did some really great for our 1,000 subscriber. He did a great video for us and almost got us canceled and thrown off if I didn't do some clever editing. Definitely a fun guy. Nancy Faust, Ian in this category last year. And so we have two winners this year. The first winner of the Silver Chugger for 2023 is our friend Shane Barclay from JapanBall.com. We got to see him earlier this year at the World Baseball Classic. Shane is an amazing guy, and his tours, his everything that he's doing with Japan Ball is amazing. And on top of it, he is one of the nicest guys that you could ever meet. And here it's with Mike Piazza, who actually is not as big as I thought that he was. I mean, Shane is not a huge guy, but not a small guy. But I thought there's an amazing picture of him and Piazza.
Yeah, I don't know. Shane looks like he's on a railing of some sort there. Maybe he's trying to prop his height up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
The boots.
Well, they went to where did they go this year? They went to the Alaska the midnight game. That's what they went to. They just went. Where did they go? They went
Dominican Republic, I think. They just did. But I think that's from something they did in Europe. I want to say because I think that's something to do with the Italian team where they saw them.
Yeah, I think they did a European trip. They also they go to Korea for a trip this year.
Yes.
For baseball too, right. And then they just got back from the Dominican, I think too.
Yeah, they did do a Japan tour, I think, this year finally too. I don't think Shane's done all the tours, but they're very busy over there. And it looks like it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I hope to do it one of these days, one of these tours.
I'm aiming for next year to do the all of Japan baseball one.
Yeah,
wow. So
and the beauty of doing that, he's so connected that you literally never know who is going to be on that tour with them. Yeah. And just like this meeting, like Mike Piazza, is like one of the surprise things that could happen. So you can imagine what it's like in Japan, all those connections, like who could magically show up.
I think they got on the field at a Mariners game. You know what I mean? Yeah. I believe, yeah. So it's like, you never know what bonuses you're going to get with it, you know? It's definitely like, you look at it going, ooh, it's kind of pricey, but you're like, once you do everything, you're like, oh, there's so much extra stuff you're going to get involved with that no one else gets to do, you know?
and a ringing endorsement from Cowboy Jack Tarango as well. And one of the underrated things about Shane was that and not a lot of people know this, and you'd have to check his social media to find this out, is that he may have had the most perfect seat for the last out of the World Baseball Classic when Ohtani struck out Mike Trout. Yeah. He was literally, his nose would have been touching the net, and he had his phone there, and he had like the most amazing angle of it. Yeah. So again, it's he's I don't know how he gets there, but he was there. It was amazing. I know he was working for the event, but like that was to be in that position at that time was amazing.
Absolutely.
So cool. So cool. So congratulations to Shane. We appreciate everything you do, and we appreciate your friendship as well. Our second award goes to another friend of the show that we have had great times with, and that we're learning to love more and more every day. And for his participation, it is the big hurt, Allan Jepsen.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, this whole thing has been just, when we started this, our goal was we were doing this anyway, right? And I said to Kevin, I go, we're doing it anyway. Why don't we document it? Why don't we go around? Why don't we make this a thing? Why don't we do this and show our not only enthusiasm for baseball, but adding in our passion for craft beer. Maybe it'll turn into something. And I think through that's why Ian's here. That's why Allan's here. That's why Cowboy Jack is here. That's why Angelo's been here. That's why we've made all these great, and then we met Anna last year. And we just keep on adding greater and greater people to this whole thing. And Allan, you are no different. Again, we feel like fast friends because we have the correlation between wrestling, baseball, craft beer.
Yeah.
Marriage made in heaven.
Well, thanks, guys. No, it's always a great time when I get to join you guys to do this. You know, we have a couple of your longest shows ever, I think, at this point. So, you know, it's like I said, it's always a good time. So, yeah. Thanks, Jack.
So good. Well, Allan, we appreciate everything you do for us, and again, you got to travel on the road with my boy Kevin and take him around. I wish I could have been there, but one day we will be all together doing this all together, and we're gonna go for some adventures. I did want to ask you. I don't know if you mentioned it before. Tell us what your hat is.
It's a Seattle Mariners hat. I found it pretty funny in comments recently with the lack of Mariners doing anything and getting rid of so many fan favorites that they're being referred to as the Seattle A's. So I had this hat in my storage kit, and it's a Sonics colorway, but as of now, it's now the Seattle A's colorway.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Oh boy. Yeah.
So he feels about my team like I feel about my, we feel the same about our mutual teams. The Angels and the Mariners just, ugh.
And we're in the same division, which makes things all the more fun.
Well, and I said I've lived in Los Angeles now for a long time, and I've never been a Dodger hater. And I can honestly say now I think I get it. I think I get it right now. I go, is there's 29 other teams out there and nobody else can do anything? Oh, okay, very good. I feel I feel the worst for you, Ian. It's like the Giants are always in the conversation, but like what happens?
Hey, the Giants though, they made it. They got the KBO. They got the guy from Korea. You know, they made a move. Apparently, the Angels and the Giants got offered the same deferment thing that the Dodgers got, and they both passed. So,
Well, bring back Travis Ishikawa, the guy who he homered them to the World Series. I remember against the Cardinals.
You know, I'd rather talk about a man who's on our ballot today, the big boss.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, on that note, why don't we get to our Diamond Icon selection process? Now, here are the 2021 winners. Our inaugural member, our charter member, probably the reason why this all happened. I'm just like, we need to put him in some sort of Hall of Fame because he really made this like really a passion. I chased him down a lot when he was in the minors. And then we also saw him in Reno. I think it was one of his last stints, and now I don't think he's.
He got released from Reno like a week later. I don't even know if he's in baseball anymore.
Yeah, we literally saw him at the end of his career. But it is Seth Beer, a Baseball Brew Crew favorite. Bob Euchre was in, Doc Ellis, Reggie Jackson, and then last year Pete Rose, Larry Doby, and George Brett. But guys, we have a 2023 ballot that we need to go through. So why don't we do that now? I'm going to pull this to the stage. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm actually going to...
Michael, while you get that ready, why don't you tell a joke? You ready? Hey, the bartender says...
Can you tell a better one, please?
Cross-eyed chick? Harry says, nah, I found out she's seen other guys on the side.
Hey, it's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it says keep those coming, Kevin. If it gets a little lull in here, which I know that it won't.
Ready. Don't worry, I got thousands of them.
Okay, so what we have here is we have 32 nominees. Some have actually floated over from our previous ballots for the past 2 years. We took Gaylord Perry off the ballot because he won the award. He is back on the ballot this year. And so we have 32 nominees here. Now, what I'm going to do is, since Allan, you are the newest award winner, I would like you to pick a number between 1 and 10.
4.
4. And I will randomize this now 4 times. So right now, this is 1 versus 32 right here. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I saw Morgana Johnny Bench on that last one. That would have been a tough one.
I mean, did Morgana kiss Johnny Bench? It's possible.
That's
I don't think so. But
I don't think so either. All right.
Definitely possible.
All right. So we're looking for a majority. If it goes to a tie, we're actually going to go to Cowboy Jack in the chat, and he's going to break our tie. And how about this? I'm going to actually, I don't think that we'll need to do the timer because we have everybody here, but I'm trying to get this within a minute. So our first matchup here is Hall of Famer Phil Niekro, the knuckleballer, against the man who scored the 1 millionth run in Major League Baseball history. He also is in the movie Bad News Bears Breaking Training. He said, "Let the kids play," and the chant went out. And so Bob Watson, former Astro, former Yankee. So let's start with Ian. Go for it. What is your selection?
I'm going to go. I remember voting for Phil Niekro quite a bit last year, and I'm going to go with him again. I just, I like the old man swag. And yeah, I mean, this is a tough one. It is a tough one.
Yes. Okay, so Ian, that is 1 for Phil Niekro. So, Allan, go for it.
I love a knuckleballer, so I'm going to go with Niekro as well.
Gotcha. Perfect. Kevin.
I feel like just because of heat, I want to vote for Bob Watson. But if I was going to pick between these two gentlemen, as much as I want to say let them play, I'm sorry. I want to let them play with the knuckleball. Let's go Phil Niekro for the win.
Yeah, Phil Niekro is my choice as well. So clean sweep right there. All right, so let's start the tournament here.
I want to get Phil in there this year. Phil's definitely a good candidate for this.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, submit scores. Phil Niekro advances.
Hey.
All right, Kevin, we're going to start with you this time. I'm sure this is going to be an easy one for you. You're a big Robin Ventura fan, but I'll let you decide on your own. Against Lars Nootbaar, who actually Angelo brought in when he was watching him in minor league baseball, and he actually had a very interesting year last year, especially at the World Baseball Classic, where he represented, of all teams, Japan.
Yes, the name Lars Nootbaar, you think he's Japanese, but apparently one of his parents is Japanese. And quite an interesting year, and also played on USC at college, I believe, which is quite a good powerhouse in college baseball. Yeah, but I mean, I like Lars, but no, I can't vote for Lars. No, he needs to establish himself.
All right, so Robin Ventura is your pick.
American hero. We have an American hero versus Japanese hero, but sorry, I'm going to go with the gold medalist, Robin Ventura.
Yeah, a lot of people know him for the Nolan Ryan incident, but it's like he had a 58 game college baseball streak, which I don't think will be broken.
We talked about this before, the Grand Slam single.
Yeah, Grand Slam single, and then he's also a two-time Olympic athlete, if I'm not mistaken. Allan, who do you got?
I usually don't like Chicago White Sox, but any man that can take a beating like that from Nolan gets my
The white meat baby face, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ian, who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Robin Ventura too. Is he a new nominee? I don't remember.
Yes, he is new on the ballot. And I put him there because Kevin and Jack did a really great deep dive on that whole incident for one of our hazy histories. And Robin Ventura actually gets the short end of the stick when it comes to history. And I'm not sure why. He is amazing at baseball. That's why
he's an American hero, unlike Nolan Ryan in our eyes. I'll tell you that right now.
There you go. All right.
That's a hot take right there, you know.
There you go. So 4-0.
Be on my side on this.
2 sweeps so far in the first rounds. This is a very interesting one too. We have Kevin Youkilis, the Greek god of walks, who owns a brewery in Loma Brewery.
Yeah,
up in Northern California. So a lot to go with on this one. Yes, for those out there, I know he's a Boston Red Sox. I get it. But he actually has. If you look at his body of work, he's actually very, very good. Then we have a friend of the show, Jose Canseco, which he really needs no introduction. In fact, we play this game called the Immaculate Grid. And there's a place where you can now, one of the categories in the Immaculate Grid is you have to pick a player for a certain team that pitched. Okay, that pitched at least one inning for whatever team.
It said one appearance.
One appearance.
Yes.
And I had Texas Rangers, and I put down Jose Canseco, and I was right. So he actually pitched for the Texas Rangers, a very little known fact, and he blames it for ruining his career, which I can't. Whatever. Okay. Right. So, Ian, I'm going to go with you. What is your selection here?
Oh my gosh, that's tough.
I'm gonna go with Jose Canseco on this one. I think it's tough. I feel like Canseco was the better player, the more accolades, stuff like that. I'm gonna go with him.
Oh yeah.
There you go. All right, Allan.
I have 2 signed books by the guy. I watched him do a softball showcase where he hit softballs over a house. So I'm gonna go with Jose Canseco.
Oh wow! All right.
Wow. Okay. Kevin.
Man, I mean, well, maybe I'll vote for Kevin Youkilis in the future after I try his beer to see if his beer is good. If his beer is good, maybe I'll vote for him. But let's go with friend of the show, Jose Canseco.
Well, that's 3-1. So I don't know. I'm gonna make it a clean sweep right here. I think I feel the same way about the brewery until I'm there. We have more of a connection, but hey,
road trip.
Yes, road trip for sure. All right, so 4-0. This has been a clean sweep so far. Now this one, this might be another easy one here. Now Mal Finchman, for those who don't know, he had a very famous incident that we talked about on one of our This Day in Baseball segments. And one day he actually had a classic meltdown. If you look up Mal Finchman baseball meltdown, his ranks up there with some of the greatest ejections of a manager of all time.
I believe he threw bats on the field. He was like throwing balls. Was he the one laying on his stomach, like blowing a ball?
He actually he went like a commando style from second base. He on his belly behind the mound and tossed the rosin bag as if it was a grenade. It was 20 minutes of just nonsense. But it may not be enough for Billy Martin, Billy Ball, known for all of his years with the Yankees, was 5 or 6 time Yankee manager, Miller Lite commercials. I mean, a who's who. So where do we end off last time? It was me, Kevin. So Kevin, go. Why don't you go for it?
Well, I mean, come on, it's Billy Martin all the way. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So thank you, Jack. Awesome. All right. So Billy Martin, Allan, who do you got?
I got to go Billy Martin.
Yeah. Yeah. No brainer.
Billy Martin.
Wow. This is going to be 4-0 in the first 4.
Oop. And Michael's worried about time. That's great because if we're short, I can tell more jokes. You want to tell one right now?
Did you accidentally put Euclid through?
Oh. Did I? You're absolutely right. I'm gonna.
Well, hey, why don't I just tell this one? Why'd the leper lose the poker game? He had a rotten hand.
Leper.
Allan, please remind me not to mess up again so I don't have any more jokes.
Sorry. I know.
No, Kevin, those are amazing.
No more jokes.
Those are amazing. Jack likes it.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. So now we're getting into it. Ooh, this is a tough matchup. So Eddie Gaedel, only one plate appearance for the St. Louis Browns. The height challenge, the player, a Bill Veeck, the owner, doing a stunt, having him in. He walked on 4 pitches, and that was his only appearance in the major leagues. His uniform number is what was it? 3/8.
I believe
something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Kevin actually gave me a bobblehead of Eddie Gaedel as well, which I have in a box back here, which I can't get. But
is it life size?
It is close to life size. It is very, very close.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and against the San Diego Chicken, which is the icon of a lot of sports mascots, obviously, and Kevin has a great picture that we share quite often about, you have a picture with him. What was his, Ted? What was his last name?
Gianalis. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not, but we know what Jack's voting for, so this goes tiebreaker. We know it's going to Eddie Gaedel. But everyone vote. Whoever's going to vote first, go for it. Who's up? All
right. Ian, I'm going to throw it to you. You're going to have to make a very hard decision right here.
This guy is half of my height, and I weigh 3 times more than him, and he was able to make it to the major leagues. I got to vote for a guy like that. I'm going,
oh, nice.
He has a publicity stunt. You know what? He got the bat, brother. He made the show.
And he got on base.
Yes. He has a 1,000 percentage.
And mind you, he then got pulled. They put a pitch runner for him immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, those little legs don't move as fast as some regular size people,
Allan, who do you got?
I love some Bill Veeck shenanigans, so I'm gonna go Eddie Gaedel.
Oh wow! Uh-oh! Kevin. Oh, he's going with the chicken. Oh, and
that's right by me.
Yeah, I feel like the chicken is embodies everything we love, and Eddie Gaedel is tough, but it's
Michael. No matter what you vote, it's going to go to Eddie Gaedel because there's no way that Calvin Jack Rangos vote for the San Diego Chicken.
Yeah, and I said we love Eddie Gaedel too, so I'm going to vote for Eddie Gaedel just because
Jack's
yeah. It's going to go that way anyway. So
I know Jack's going to vote for Eddie Gaedel regardless because he refused to vote for a mascot. And just because of that, Jack, I wish he could just give you the little this here, you know.
There you go. So we'll go 3-1. Wow.
That's an upset, I think.
I think so too. I think so too.
There we go.
All right, our next matchup is another knuckleballer, the brother of the advancing Phil Necro. He likes to file his nails in between innings and did not hide the evidence well. A great story. Now, Dick Allan is actually new to the ballot here. For those who don't know, another fantastic player with the started with the Phillies. Was actually rookie of the year in '64, I believe, and wound up with the
White Sox.
Actually ended his career with the Oakland A's, and he's known as the Wampum Walloper. He was born in Wampum, Pennsylvania, and when he was his last year with the A's, literally on the back of his uniform it said Wampum.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, and
that sounds like Charlie Finley would do that for sure.
Yeah, and if you there's another one, Pop Fly Pop Shop. They do these really great posters. Look up the Wampum Walloper. It's like an amazing comic book cover that is definitely needs to be seen by more people. I'm going to start with you, Kevin. Who do you got in this very, very? This is another tough one.
Not for me. It's Dick Allan all the way. Any man who could be on Sports Illustrated smoking a lung dart while juggling balls.
Yes,
that alone is better than a guy throwing an emery board out of his back pocket.
Yes, definitely look up that cover. It is a classic cover of him juggling baseballs, smoking a lung dart. Love that. Okay, Allan, who do you got?
Sticking with the knuckleballer.
Oh, wait a minute. Allan didn't go with Allan in this one. I think that's an upset right there. Joe Necro going with the knuckleball. I love it. Staying true. Ian, who do you got in this one?
I think we have enough Necros in the second round. Let's go with Dick Allan this round here.
Oh, there you go. I'm definitely going to go with Dick Allan as well. So that's another 3-1 here. Wow, I did not expect that one. There you go. Submit score. All right. There's enough Necros in the second round. I didn't know.
I think next year we need to add Gaylord Perry's brother Jim. So that's two Perrys too. Why not?
Yeah. All right.
R.A. Dickey.
R.A. Dickey. Yeah, that's another one.
Let's just have all knuckles, not knuckleballers.
Yep. Okay. So this is another tough one, I believe. So Kevin has an affinity for our first contestant here, Fred Lynn. So former Angel, a former Red Sox, yeah. but also another going against another Red Sox, former Tampa Bay Ray as well, and a former Yankee, Wade Boggs. But Wade Boggs, his penchant for beer is also well documented as well.
And chicken.
Chicken. Yes. Yeah. Chicken man. So this is going to be another tough one here. Fred Lynn, not a Hall of Famer. Wade Boggs is a Hall of Famer. I don't know how that sways the decision here, but again, a friend of the show, also Fred Lynn.
Yep.
He's also done stuff for our show. So Ian, I'm going to give the first vote to you. Fred Lynn or Wade Boggs?
I am going to go with Wade Boggs in this round.
What's your reasoning there?
The rumor with the 100 and whatever beers that he drank on a flight, that's something that sticks with me. And I just feel like he's a little bit better of a player than Fred Lynn was. Both solid, obviously, but.
Yes, his other beer-related incident was TV incident was he's also on Cheers as Wade Boggs.
But don't forget, wasn't he also on It's Always Sunny?
Yes, he was. I believe he was a ghost in that one, but Charlie was so drunk that he saw Wade Boggs.
That's right.
Because they were trying to get his record or whatever on the plane.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Allan, who do you got?
Got to go with the legend of Wade Boggs, and I met him in Cooperstown. Really nice guy. So.
Oh, there you go. Connection. Love it. Perfect. Kevin, who do you got?
I'm obligated to vote for Fred Lynn since I hit his wife in the face with a baseball bat. I feel like I'm obligated to vote for him forever. So, what else can I say to that? On accident. It wasn't on purpose. All right.
Because again, I've kept this story alive so much. I appreciate. I am actually about quality over quantity when it comes to beers. So I'm not going to celebrate obsessive drinking. I am going to celebrate my friend who accidentally hit this player's wife with a bat. So we actually have a deadlock here.
Really? Wow.
So we're going to Cowboy Jack Durango to break this tie.
Uh-oh. All right,
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how long this is going to take. Oh, hey, while we're waiting, Monty, tell a joke.
Oh, God.
Let's get a joke.
Hey, it's Stash's first day in kindergarten. The teacher says, every day you have to put on a clean pair of underwear. By Saturday, he couldn't get his pants on. I figured that get him to hurry up.
Oh, upset.
Whoa.
Wow.
I didn't expect that. I did not expect that.
This is how much we've changed Cowboy Jack. 150 years does not impress him, which used to be the what was it? The minimum engagement was 150 light beers.
Yeah, that was Jack definitely when he was in Korea. I'm sure.
Yes. Wow. Oop. 1, 2. There we go. Fred Lynn advances. All right, another friend of the show, Johnny Bench. The only thing that we'll definitely hold against him is he likes margaritas more than craft beer, but his son likes craft beer. So one of the greatest catchers of all time. Hal McRae is actually what at the time that I think that we did our This Day in Baseball, he was, let's just say, much like Mal Finchman, did not take adversity well. And he had some explosive moments as a manager. And but I think that this one might be a little bit one-sided as well. So Kevin, who are you going to go with here? Johnny Bench or Hal McRae?
I mean, you got to go with Johnny Bench. You got to go with Johnny Bench.
Allan, who do you got?
Johnny Bench.
Yeah, pretty easy. Ian?
Yeah, Hal McRae, he can throw a hell of a fit, and he can throw a fit when he goes 4-0 in this round, or 0-4, I should say. Johnny Bench can sing. That man can sing. We're going Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench. And I will go with Johnny Bench as well. That is definitely one of the greatest catchers of all time. 4-0 on this one. Pretty easy here. Whoop, there we go. So Johnny Bench advances. All right, this is what a favorite of Cowboy Jack Durango, the big unit, Randy Johnson. Unfortunately, a bird passed away in a spring training game when he was pitching of crazy. This is actually the Cowboy Jack bracket here.
Yes, it really is. I'm going, no, I thought when he said his favorite, like, oh, you're talking about the other guy.
Well, I was going to say another favorite of his, Alex Rodriguez. We show that picture that is it may be the definition of narcissism personified. If you were to do an AI version of narcissism, that picture would come up, even though it was computer generated. It would come up as existing.
Yeah.
Alex Rodriguez. So Ian, as a younger member of this esteemed board, I expect you to go with the younger player here, but I know that you also are probably a big fan of Randy Johnson with his days with the Giants. So who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my G-man guy, Randy Johnson. That guy.
Oh, look at that!
Nice. He's so, I don't know. He's just so tall. The fact that he hit a dove that was fun. I mean, there's just so many things about Randy Johnson that I absolutely love. And bonus points. I used to have a poster of him on my wall in college.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with Randy Johnson. Although A-Rod would have been nice to look at on a poster too. Let's be
Right.
Nice. Allan, who do you got?
I'm gonna go with the photographer, Randy Johnson.
Yes.
The best logo of all photographers you could possibly find.
I also heard that Topps is going to release, I don't know if it was an insert or a whole set that was going to be Randy Johnson's pictures that he took.
Yeah. I think I heard that too. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think Ken Griffey Jr. is another photographer as well out there that's doing similar things.
He's getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But Randy Johnson's been doing like concerts and stuff like that. He has some like insane pictures from like the early 90s.
Stuff. There's stuff of his out there when he was, I think he went to USC. There's some like old concerts that he was taking pictures of that I saw like back in the 80s when he was in college. Like, that's awesome. Yeah. And a bunch of the stuff was on display at like a museum in Cooperstown earlier this year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It just finished. Yeah, it just wrapped up there in Cooperstown.
Yeah. So I heard him talking about that when I saw him at the Music Festival Innings Fest back in like February, March. Yeah. And with that, let me say, let's go over the big unit. I cannot vote for A-Rod. Sorry, Allan. I know you had 2 Mariners to pick from, but let's pick Randy Johnson here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's another one too. Okay.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So 4-0 on this side. So there you go. The big unit advances. Now, this is an interesting one as well for reasons that people may not know. So Shinjo was actually, he was a Met back in the late 90s. And one of the first Japanese players to come during that kind of influx back then. He eventually became the manager of a Japanese baseball team. Bobby Valentine, also an accomplished Japanese. He won the Japanese League. I'm thinking 2004. I believe
it's something like yeah. I think that was the year. I gotta remember what team he was managing.
Yeah, and as a foreign manager, he actually did great things. We love him because he when he got ejected from the game, he came back in disguise. There's a reason why I might not if it's going to come back to me eventually, but I have a reason why I may or may not choose him, which I will save.
All right.
So I'll go Kevin. Who do you got in this very, very interesting matchup?
So by the way, Mr. Valentine managed the Chiba Latte Marins. I was going to say Mariners, but it says Marines. Sorry, the Chiba Latte Marines. Wow, that's weird. In 1 year, 1995, then 2004 to 2009. That's a really weird trajectory there, but okay. Goodness. I'm still going to, man, you know what? My Valentine's great and all, but I love me some big boss Shinjo Tsuyoshi.
The big boss, he's not a winning manager, but he is definitely winning when it comes to promotion. He has like
come on, Bobby Valentine didn't win a lot either, except in Japan, to be fair.
That's true. That's true. Allan, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Bobby Valentine. Just, the whole get up in the dugout thing. It's too memorable.
Yeah, it's classic. It's definitely classic.
Good stuff.
Ian, who do you got?
One of these guys played for the Giants. One of them played for the Dodgers.
Yes.
I'm going with Shinjo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I meant to say that. Shinjo was a Giant. Yep.
Okay, so it's 2-1.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been on Shinjo since day one. When I saw him, I think he came out of like an egg or something like that. Like when they lowered him, and then he drove into like a DeLorean. It's unbelievable what the pageantry. He was almost like a fashion model coming out. And if he didn't win one game, he's already like won like everything. It's a promotion. Now, Bobby Valentine, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think we also showed that he actually had a beer.
That's right. I have to do the research really quick.
Yes.
I better hurry and do this research.
So while you're looking that up, the reason why I'm not going to vote for him is I tried to get him on the show in one of our segments, and he let it go, and then wound up not being available.
Oh.
Came back later. He says, his whatever the in an email said like, "Hey, I'm available again," and I'm like, "Nope, you missed your window." So Shinjo's my man.
And he did have a beer made by Sapporo called Bull Beer.
Yes.
Bull Beer.
Yep.
And it has him. You look it up later. It has him, a cartoon image of him with thumbs up. The Bull Beer.
Yes, that's right. All right, so 3-1 here. Ooh, wow! Look at this matchup.
Oh no. Let's see.
Okay, so we have the matchup of two Hall of Fame managers. Now, now we live in Southern California, so you automatically think that we would be Dodger fans, and none of us are. There's very few people that we know that are.
Oh, I know plenty.
What?
Especially this week.
Right, exactly. But here's the thing. One thing that I knew about growing up, there were two things that I loved about the Dodgers, and I didn't realize I loved one more than the other. The first one was Vin Scully. I used to listen to Vin Scully when I was in Phoenix all the time. That's the only radio broadcast we get all the time. So I loved listening to Vin Scully. And then he was also on the NBC broadcast, Olympics, golf, all that stuff. But Tommy Lasorda was on like the baseball bunch. He was a part of so many great incidents when it comes to like the Philly Fanatic, Yuppie. He was also the great thing about the Olympic baseball.
Like there's literally like 3 mascots he was got in the fights with that just Cowboy Jack's votes alone.
Yes. He was we previewed it. He had this great when Psy was a big thing, right? As the second song he ever did. Yeah. They did this thing at Dodger Stadium. He's sitting right next to him, and he just looks like he's in a time warp. He's like, what is going on next to me? He's like one of the biggest stars in music at that time. There's so many classic moments, and I have another classic moment when I believe I was at a Dodger game, and they announced Tommy Lasorda and his wife were there, and it was their like 40th or 50th wedding anniversary, and I was so mad because I go, that's totally terrible for her. He took her to a Dodgers game. So I have a little moment with Tommy Lasorda that I'm sure he doesn't wouldn't even know about, but
he's dead, so I doubt he knows about it.
Well, thank you, Kevin. All the Jackies rubbed off on you. Okay, so let's start. Kevin, I'm going to start with you. Who do you got here? Earl Weaver. I mean, we can just go on and on about Earl Weaver and his.
What's the name of that video I always say for people to watch? If you want to see Earl Weaver at his finest, it's like Weaver's Corner, I think, on YouTube. It's a 2-minute segment where he's doing Q&A, and it is insane. He's very vulgar. These are 2 of the people I said these are probably going to be 2 of the 3 guys I'm going to vote to the very end. And of course, they face off in the first round.
Yes, tough.
Man, so Tommy or Earl? You know what? I gotta go with Tommy first over Earl.
Yeah,
I'll go Tommy over Earl.
Good choice, Allan. Who do you got?
Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy, 2 Tommies. Now this is gonna be tough for Ian. He's gonna vote for a Dodger.
And I'm pretty sure. I think Tommy Lasorda is on this list last year. I'm pretty sure I voted for him too. Tommy Lasorda is one of those Dodgers that I can stand. He was fun to watch and fiery. He was in it for all the right reasons. He was a great guy. I don't have any hatred towards Tommy Lasorda. I'll go with him.
There you go. And I will go with him too. Earl Weaver, who had a cigarette. He put his cigarettes. He had it sewn into his jersey. And actually, if you go to Camden Yards and you look at the statue, you can see the outline of where it was in his statue, which is so awesome. It's super fun fact. I'm also going to go with Tommy Lasorda as well. There's a great video that I just saw recently where he's walking around. I think it's Candlestick Park at the very end, and people are just booing him. It's his last time there. And the greatest thing about him, he has the satin Dodger jacket, and his name is spelled wrong on the back of it. And it's just pure bliss. I loved every second of it. It's just this great thing.
That is fantastic. I heard you mention it. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta run back in. I'm like, that is tremendous video. How the hell do you make this is like the guy who's been on the Dodgers for like half a century almost.
Yeah.
And they can't even spell his name right on his jacket. And you think he would realize it. You know what I mean?
The mascot hunter.
There you go. That's why this is Jack's guy.
All right. Advancing is Tommy Lasorda. All right. Now we have the quintessential manager. He is often imitated, never duplicated. Harry Carey was a former Cardinal announcer at one time, but known for his days with the Cubs. Kenny Rogers, not the gambler Kenny Rogers, not the Kenny Rogers roaster.
I was gonna vote for. Not that. I was gonna vote for him no matter what.
Yes, but he had some. We had some this day in baseball history where he actually attacked a cameraman, and it was pretty violent. And he also actually was caught in 2006. He had like a whole bunch of pine tar in his hand. It was like when HDTV kind of happened, and ironically, that's the only game that the Tigers won. And he had he dipped his hand in pine tar, but we won't say anything.
Kayfabe.
All right, so Harry Carey or Kenny Rogers. Ian, you have the first pick.
Kenny Rogers he pitched a perfect game. There's only 23 of those. I don't know how many.
That's a good call.
When you're going up against Harry Carey, that's tough. He's right there with Vince Scully on the. I mean, I have a big soft spot with Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper, the Giants announcers. Yeah. Absolutely love them. So I have a soft spot for these guys who've been doing it for a long time. I'm going to go Harry Carey.
There you go. Allan, who do you got?
Got to go with Harry Carey. Budweiser and hot dogs and all.
There you go.
Yep.
He's a Bud man and a Cubs fan.
There you go.
Kevin, who you got?
Yeah, I got to go with Harry.
Yeah, Harry Carey. That's it. That's a pretty easy one as well. Or nothing, but that perfect game. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
tough.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Wow!
Oh, no.
So Morgana the Kissing Bandit against the Wizard Ozzie Smith. Both can bring you a lot of great dreams, but what? Wow. This is even though this Ozzie Smith isn't a big player in stature, he's going against a heavyweight here, literally in Morgana. So
friend of the show, Ozzie Smith, by the way.
Yes, and friend of the show. So wow, the scales are tilted for a lot more reasons than one. Kevin, I'm just going to stop right now. I'm going to get into Jackie Martling territory.
I'm about to tell a Jackie Martling joke. You said that. Like, you made a joke.
Who do you got, Kevin?
I mean, I think I'd rather stare at those double Fs or whatever. I'll go Morgana. Sorry, Michael.
You're going Morgana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. And also, Morgana also went on Anaheim's baseball stadium and to kiss Fred Lynn.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Allan, who do you got?
I got to go with Ozzie Smith, being one of the best defensive shortstops of all time, maybe the best. I got to go with Ozzie Smith.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So 5-1-1. Ian, I
don't remember who Morgana went up against last year in the first round. I want to say I didn't either. I didn't vote for her. She got bounced in the first round, and I've regretted it ever since. I'm going with
and bounce being the operative word here.
Pun intended.
Woo, yeah.
You're going with who?
I'm going with Morgana.
Wow! Oh my God!
I know Michael's voting for us, so Cowboy Jack, get ready.
Well, yes, I'll definitely go. I have to stick up for Ozzie Smith.
Of course you do.
But also, you know who replaced Ozzie Smith on the Cardinals was former Giant Royce Clayton.
Oh,
that's the man that replaced Ozzie Smith in 1996 when he was with the Cardinals. So Cowboy Jack says there isn't even a choice here. So does that mean that Morgana advances?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, wait. You want me to rush him? I'll tell a joke. Hang on. I'll make him hurry up. Do I have any more
Type
jokes?
faster.
Hurry, Jack! Before I tell a joke. I'm giving him a chance here before I tell another terrible joke. Oh no, I'm not telling.
The Kissing Bandit advances. There you go. It is done
Jack,
and done.
This time, Jack.
3-2.
Sorry, Ozzie. He wasn't the right kind of wizard, unfortunately.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I was actually wrong on one thing. So Mel Finchman was he dressed up in the
he's the one who dressed up as the mascot.
Philip Wellman was the one that actually did the toss the grenades. So
I don't think it's gonna make any difference, honestly.
It's not gonna make any difference on this one, I don't think either. Kevin, who do you got right here?
Obviously,
Dave Winfield is your other choice.
Of course. I mean, Winnie. Yeah, Winnie all the way.
Yes. Dave Winfield, University of Minnesota, actually drafted by 2 ABA teams, an NBA team and an ABA team at the same time. He's Hall of Famer. Allan, who do you got?
Dave Winfield.
Yeah, pretty easy. 3,000 hits. Ian, who do you got?
There's only one other guy other than Randy Johnson that I know if that's hit a bird on a baseball field.
There you go.
Apparently he did it on purpose. So that's even cooler. I'm going Dave Winfield.
Yes, he spent a night in jail for it. And in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was in Canada.
Yeah.
It was in Toronto, yes. It was in Toronto.
He should have just said sorry.
Yeah.
It works.
That's the reason why I got arrested, because there's someone in God, we did a deep dive on this, but there was someone with some authority in Toronto that said, "Oh, it's illegal. You got to take him in." And they're like, "What?"
Yes. All right. Hall of Famer, not a knuckleball pitcher, but definitely had the substances on the baseball to make it dance around like a knuckleball. 300 game winner, Gaylord Perry, back on the ballot against Wally Backman, who I think is still in baseball. Another fiery manager.
I thought you were going to say still in jail.
He potentially was. He was actually supposed to be the Arizona Diamondbacks manager until they looked at his financial records and saw that it was in ruins. And the only other person that I can think of that had a similar situation was actually Mike Matheny. When he was going to be the Cardinals manager, he had a similar some bad investments, and it all came out right before he signed. Yes. Also,
he was the manager, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the manager. He was also a catcher for the Giants as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, who do you got here? Hall of Famer, Gaylord Perry or Wally Backman? Ian, go first.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. There you go.
Let's go with Gaylord.
Wow, that is awesome. I love show and tell. So good. Allan, who do you got?
Former Mariner. We'll go with Gaylord Perry.
Former Mariner. Yes, nicely done. Kevin, who do you got?
I was like, no, he wasn't an Angel. But Gaylord Perry played a lot of teams, but Gaylord Perry all the way.
Yeah, he's he's actually one of the few people when I was at the San Diego Fan Fest, and I literally, he was talking, I can't remember who he was talking with, but literally we're like one of 10 people there. I'm like, how is nobody here for this? This is amazing. And he was totally cool. Definitely cool. This is a tough one too. Maybe not so much, but Lou Piniella, another fiery manager. If you look back at him, he actually was, if you remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, he was a Seattle Pilot, and actually in their first year, it was 1969, and then said, I don't want to play for the Seattle Pilots. And then they literally traded him to Kansas City.
And I don't think he actually played for the Pilots, because I tried to use him on the grid and it did not come up.
Yes.
So
he actually,
I got burned on that one. So that
he raised the fuss for it. And we actually did a This Day in Baseball History. There was 2 back-to-back inside the park grand slams. Toby Harrah and I think Bump Wills potentially. And
I think so, yes.
Yes, on the first one, Lou Piniella was the the right fielder and smashed into the wall. And if you watch the footage, it did not end well for Lou Piniella.
Yeah. Wow.
Against a friend of the show, Raleigh Fingers, won an MVP. Also a former Brewer, so a part of the Brew Crew. And so, Ian, who do you got on this one?
Well, my wife pulled a Raleigh Fingers autograph. I can't show it very well with that.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Look at that.
Yep.
So this card, on-card autograph, is actually touched by Raleigh Fingers. So those magical fingers. I'm going with Raleigh. I did a lot of research after you pulled his autograph, and that guy could play. He was very, very good at what he did, and
Yep.
I'll go with him.
Awesome. Good choice. Allan, who you got?
Well, I met both these guys at different times. Raleigh Fingers at the Vancouver Canadians game, and Lou Piniella in Cooperstown. But the man that should be in Cooperstown is Lou Piniella. I'm going to go with Lou Piniella.
Oh, good choice.
I was saying
Wow.
I was waiting to see because he was a manager of the Mariners. So I was like, you have a little home bias there. I can see that.
That's right. Kevin, who do you got?
Oh man, I gotta go with Raleigh. And by the way, I have a new beer. Let me show you my other beer tonight. It's called Christmas Break. It's a Christmas ale by El Segundo Brewing Company. I gotta get my Christmas beers in now. It's 9% Christmas ale, so watch out, guys. It was the night before Christmas, and it was quiet as a mouse. Santa finally left for work. There was peace in the house. Our Christmas ale is brewed with traditional festive herbs and spices to enhance your holiday season, and mine is just to dance some more.
Love
and
it.
that Raleigh Fingers, please.
Love it. All right, and I will go with Raleigh Fingers as well. I really like him a lot, and Lou Piniella has definitely grown on me. I actually saw him as a Cubs manager thrown out of a game, and so a little connection there. But this was my first time at Wrigley. He got thrown out. All right, so our first round is done. So let's start from the top. Let's go through it. Our first matchup is Phil Niekro versus Robin Ventura. And Kevin, you're going to have to make a hard decision right here.
American Hero or Phil Niekro? I got to go with Phil.
All right. One for Phil. Allan, who do you got?
Sticking with the knuckleballer.
Oh my gosh. This is a tough one. Ian, who do you got?
Hopefully you guys got your round 2 beers too. I went with the Moon Man from New Glarus. Same brewers as
New Glarus.
Oh, yeah.
I actually prefer this one over Spotted Cow. Spotted Cow and my stomach, they don't agree with each other. The next day, you don't want to be around me. But
well,
no Coast Pale Ale.
Nice.
That's all I've ever seen is the Spotted Cow. That's what someone gave me when I was in Chicago a couple years ago. I'm like, cool. I never thought you even have this. So
this one's good. I'm gonna stick with Niekro as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Well, I got to give since it's 3-0 right now, I'll give Robin Ventura a vote. I like him a lot. I definitely have learned.
Sorry, Jack. Jack might vote for him too.
This was Robin's first year, correct?
Yes, yeah. Robin's first year. So definitely, I think that he might make it to the ballot next time. So I'm going to submit those scores.
American Hero.
Yes. Speaking of New Glarus, that's the one I had in Beloit, Wisconsin, when I went to see the Beloit Snappers.
Because that's one of the breweries that you can only get it in Wisconsin. They don't distribute it anywhere.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Next up is a friend of the show, Jose Canseco against Billy Martin. Both played for the Yankees. Interesting. Also, one was the manager of the Rangers. The other one played on the Rangers. I don't know what else.
Billy Martin managed the Athletics, sir.
Yes, he managed the Athletics, and there you go. That's another good one. It's a lot of connections here. So, Ian, I'm going to go first with you. Who do you got? Billy Martin, Jose Canseco.
I'm going with Billy Martin.
Nice. Allan.
Quick round 2 beer. Another one from Rewind. It's called Rainbow Road. Passion fruit, pomegranate, guava, another sour.
Wow,
that's fantastic.
Toned it down a little bit with the 5%, just a little.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't realize mine was a 9 until I pulled out of the fridge. I'm like, oh no. But
well, hopefully you won't be able to read the joke soon.
I'm sorry. But Allan, that beer sounds like it's your perfect beer right there.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jose Canseco again.
Ooh, okay. So 1-1, Kevin. Tough choice here.
Not for me. I still gotta go with Billy Martin. Yeah, I go with Billy Martin.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Billy Martin as well here. So a 3-1. Not as I thought this might go to a tiebreaker. Let's see.
Not that agenda, but my top 3 were almost all managers.
Okay. Oh no.
What we got?
A big man versus a little man. It is what is it? It is the Great Khali versus Rey Mysterio Jr. here. It is Eddie Goodell versus Dick Allen. Oh my gosh! Wow.
How about I say maybe racially appropriate Brazil against like Hornswoggle? How about I say something
Okay,
like
that's fair enough. That's a good
I
analogy
don't
right
know.
there. So Eddie Goodell. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Eddie Goodell or Dick Allen? Who are you starting with?
So Kevin, why don't you go first?
Oh, goodness gracious. That's what I get for opening my mouth. Man, for longevity, I still got to go with Dick Allen.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that joke by saying longevity. I'm sorry.
Allan, who do you got?
Eddie Goodell.
Eddie Goodell. Oh my gosh. This might go to the wire here.
Yep.
Ian, who do you got?
This one's tough. It is tough. But, Eddie Goodell got one at-bat. Let's go with Dick Allen on this round.
Oh,
Dick Allen be a Hall of
Let's go
Famer.
with Dick Allen.
Should be a Hall of Famer.
yes.
Shame he didn't get it before he passed away. I'll say that.
I was really glad that like Larry Doby got on last year, that we got to honor him, because everybody knows Jackie Robinson's story, but Larry Doby's is a very intriguing story as well. Dick Allen's is even more intriguing. He was definitely during the 70s was really kind of fighting back during the time of like Kurt Flood and all the free agency and stuff like that. It was,
man, Kurt Flood might be a guy to consider putting on here for everything.
I would think so too. We definitely need to put him out there. I'm gonna go with Dick Allen. I gotta put him over as super great. As much as I love Eddie Goodell, again, it reminds me definitely of Morgana here. It's definitely flashes in the pan. It's seeming.
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
Yes.
Man, come on.
So there you go. So 3-1 here. Fred Lynn, Johnny Bench, two friends of the show, head to head.
They also faced off in the 1975 World Series. How about that, Michael?
There you go. That's right.
Wow.
Fred Lynn was a rookie of the year and MVP that year.
Yes.
Who?
I think he's the first guy ever to do that.
Yes.
MVP and rookie of the year at the same year. Yeah.
That's right.
Who won that series?
The Reds.
The Reds, yeah.
Yes.
And that was a series, the famous Carlton Fisk, where he's waving it. They went 7 games.
Yes.
So Ian, who do you got? Fred Lynn, Johnny Bench.
I gotta go Johnny Bench here. I'm a big Johnny Bench fan.
Awesome. Allan, who do you got?
Johnny Bench.
Yeah. Kevin?
My vote. I'm obligated to vote for Fred Lynn.
Oh, Fred Lynn. Okay.
I'm obligated to it because I hurt his wife once.
He still have guilt over that. I love bringing it up.
Sure, it was like 1988.
Yes.
Sure, it was 35 years ago, but I still feel like I paid my penance.
I love bringing it up because it also brings back a lot of shame for Kevin, and you see it in his face immediately when I bring it up.
I was also surprised you didn't remember that. I'm like, you don't remember that? You don't remember me literally picking a bat up as your wife's looking at, and you hear it literally sounds like a
that sound.
I can hear the sound in my head to this day. It sounded like someone hit a foul ball. I was like, oh god. Yeah,
and you know what? It's funny if anybody knows Kevin, he's like the sweetest, nicest guy. So you know that he felt bad immediately, and he still feels bad to this day. That's why I love bringing it up.
I was like 13 years old. I'm sorry. How old was I? 137.
Yeah, 130.
Sorry, kayfabe.
All right, the big unit versus the big boss.
Yeah!
Love it. Yeah, Randy Johnson versus Shinjo. Kevin, who do you got?
Oh no, I have to go first. Oh no. Oh man, I in our world I'm like it's Shinjo, but come on, I mean the big unit is. Yeah, I gotta go with the big unit. Even though it hurts me inside, I feel like I still gotta have the big unit on.
There you go, Allan. Who do you got?
I gotta go with the man that has a beer named after him in Washington State. The Tandy Ronson double IPA. I don't know if you can see the photo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
Well, that's right.
Yes, I shared that one. That's right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Randy Johnson, obviously.
Nicely done. Ian, is it a choice?
Yeah, both Giants here. Shinjo's the guy I would have no idea probably who he was if it wasn't for the show, and I appreciate the show for that exact thing. But you can't beat out the likes of Randy Johnson. He's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, legend. Definitely. I'll put my vote for him as well. Ooh. Oh my God. Two old legends.
Oh, good God.
And this is a tough matchup right here. So Tommy Lasorda versus Harry Carey. Is Ian gonna make 2 votes for Dodger? Would that be a record?
I'm first then? Is that what I'm getting
You
out
are
of this?
first. Sorry.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. At this exact moment, I don't know which one I want to pick.
Oh.
Do you have your coin that you use for the...
I do. And you know what? You know what? I'm going to use the coin, and even if it doesn't land on... I think the coin will tell you a lot. If it's the wrong choice, you'll know in your heart. I'm going to go with Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, but
wow, wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be the only one here, but both of these guys did a lot for the game, and yeah, I don't know.
And I think that you didn't grow up in that era of listening to Cubs games on WGN and all that stuff. So.
Wasn't he on the White Sox too?
But before it was before that.
Okay.
It was before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a couple of Harry Carey games, but it wasn't too many.
Yeah, and you probably even know more for the Will Ferrell impression, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, Allan.
Harry Carey.
Oh, this is gonna get interesting. Look at this. Ooh, okay. Kevin.
And see, I'm a guy who did not have WGN as a kid, so I just knew his name. You know what I mean? But I remember a friend of mine telling me once, there was a broadcast, he was watching it, and I think it was, how's my first Cayeno at the plate? Here's the pitch. And apparently it's this pitch that was way off the mark, and he swung this like, oh, Christ. What was he doing? What was he doing? He was swinging at that ball. But sorry with all that, still going to Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
I didn't see that
Still
coming.
Yeah, I did not see that coming either.
I did all that, say nope, still Tommy.
Yeah, and
I didn't get that spot in.
so as much as I like Harry Carey, I mean, growing up a Cardinal fan, you know, I got to watch more Cubs games because they were on cable. I liked Harry Carey a lot. Wasn't the greatest proficient, most eloquent announcer, as Kevin has told you, but liked him a lot. Liked him and Steve Stone a lot. And but Tommy Lasorda, again, all the things that tie into Dodger stuff, blah 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 blah, the baseball bunch. He did one thing, but I should say two things. He kept Tom Niedenfuer in the game in 1985 and let Tom Niedenfuer pitch to Jack Clark with first base open, and he hit a 3-run home run that basically sent them to the World Series. I got to go with Tommy Lasorda. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh
so
my God.
There you go. He advances for it's actually his
Thank you,
mismatch.
Michael, because I watched that game live at home. I was home from school that afternoon. I watched that game, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my God, sorry.
Oh, this is another tough matchup. I'm not sure where Morgana's from. I think that she's maybe from the East or Midwest.
I think she's from the South.
It could be South, right?
I think she's from the South.
I think she might be even from Cincinnati. I mean, she made her way to Cincinnati.
Research.
Yes.
Well, remember when she kissed Pete Rose? I thought it was like an All-Star game or something.
No, Pete Rose was actually just a regular game. It was in Crossley Field or something.
Louisville. She's from Louisville.
There you go. Okay, so Morgana versus Dave Winfield. So,
oh God,
Kevin, who do you got in this tough matchup?
I had to go first. Jeez, this is like Jack's number 1 and number 2 people here on this ballot.
Yes.
So, let me think for a second. Morgana might kiss Dave Winfield, but I'm gonna go with Dave Winfield.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Dave Winfield.
So one for that. Allan, who do you got?
Dave Winfield.
Yeah. He's a good one.
He's a good one. There you go.
He's a good one. Ian, who do you got?
Dave Winfield and I have something in common. We both were able to play baseball inside of the Metrodome in Minneapolis, and Morgana didn't come out and kiss either one of us. So I'm going with Dave Winfield.
Yeah, bravo. Well done. Bravo.
Yes. Yeah. The dome that she was in she went in 1979. She went in the Kingdome during the All-Star game. And then I believe that she was also in the Astrodome. She kissed Nolan Ryan. So
see, I thought you were the easy joke saying, I thought you were talking about her domes. I was like, oh no, you're going to my level of jokes.
But you know what? I'm going to give her a sympathy vote because she is also one of the reasons why we did this. We're like, can you imagine having Morgana on the ballot and see what happens? Is she's going to make it through?
And we always vote for her at least once. We
have to. Ooh, this is a very tough one as well.
Yeah, this one is.
So Gaylord Perry versus Raleigh Fingers, two cagey veterans. It is who is it? Yeah. Is it Harley Race versus Terry Funk?
Or oh god, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, this is an epic matchup. There's only like 400 wins here, but still a lot of great pitching. How many, like 1,000 innings at least?
Who knows on this one?
Yes. Some great. Oh my gosh.
All right, who's first?
I'm gonna go with Ian first here.
I don't know what Raleigh had on his fingers, but I know Gaylord Perry had a ton of spit. We're gonna go with Gaylord Perry.
Oh. Yeah. There's a very famous thing that I kind of shared recently where Reggie Jackson's in the Kingdome and he gets struck out by this ball that literally it goes 12-6. Like there's no way physically a ball should drop like that. And Reggie Jackson got ejected for it and came out and threw like the Gatorade thing on there. He's like, why don't you do this too?
Michael,
yes.
I need to correct you. Diamond Icon Award winner Reggie Jackson.
Yes, that's very true. So Allan, are you going with Mariner legend or the Brew Crew legend?
Gaylord Perry.
Oh, so that's 2 for Gaylord.
Right. Man, I gotta go Gaylord Perry. Let's do it.
It takes it out of my hands. Oh boy. I love Gaylord Perry. I feel like as a consolation.
What were you thinking of voting before I said Gaylord Perry? Were you in for Raleigh?
No, I probably would have went with Gaylord Perry because I use him in the Immaculate Grid all the time.
He played on so many teams.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize he
played. Come on, Ian has a jersey of him ready for this tonight.
Exactly.
More what I had. All I had was my this guy. Look what good he did me, eliminated first round.
Yes. And I actually have a Giants bobblehead. I found it when I went to it was AT&T Park at that time. I actually went to a little thrift shop and they had a Gaylord Perry bobblehead. And it's a bobblehead of his statue that's outside AT&T Park. It's amazing. It's super cool. And I steal it like $5. So I definitely got to put him over. All right. So we are advancing here. What is the next matchup? Phil Niekro versus Billy Martin.
Is this the final 4? Or are we at 8?
We're at 8 right now.
Oh, geez. We got to move on here. Okay. Phil Niekro versus who?
Billy Martin.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. Who's first?
We'll go with Ian first. Okay, we'll start at the bottom.
I'm gonna go with Phil Niekro.
Phil Niekro, great choice. You can't lose at this point.
No.
Just gotta go with your gut.
Allan.
Sticking with the knuckleballer.
Oh, I'm liking it. I'm
gonna keep it going the other direction. I love Phil. My first instinct, my gut told me to drink and Billy Martin. That obviously goes hand in hand.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I could either put one. Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh. I hope you're not. Don't read the chat.
You know what? I'm a huge Letterman fan, and the fact that Phil Niekro, I think, has 2 Letterman appearances. But I'm also sure Billy Martin was on there. He was also on
Billy Martin was on Letterman too. Come on.
Shoot. All right.
Don't read the chat because Jack already gave his vote. So don't.
Okay,
read that.
I have not looked at that, so I'm actually.
Good. He gave his vote already.
So we got one here.
I'm gonna look up how many Letterman appearances he had.
I'm Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro. Sorry. Damn. I that hurts. I feel like I lost, even though I got my guy over.
Billy Martin was not just on Late Night with David Letterman. He was on there with George Steinbrenner.
There you go. Okay. Damn, I feel awful about that, even though I feel great about Phil Niekro.
And again, meanwhile, Jack's like, Billy Martin. Yes.
Look at this. Johnny bench Dick Allen. This hurts. This is painful at this point. All right.
Well, that's just how it gets when you're final 8, you know what I mean?
Yes. Kevin, who do you got?
You know what? I want to give Dick Allen his due. I'm going Dick Allen.
Well done. Allan.
Johnny Bench.
Oh, this is going to be so tough. Ian.
Johnny Bench.
Oh, no.
No, come on. Michael and I are Dick Allen guys, so I'm waiting to see who he's going to go here.
I can't believe I'm going to throw it to Cowboy Jack here.
Oh, it's all right.
Hey, which one sings country music? Cowboy Jack.
Oh, that's right. He sings. He was on Hee Haw.
Oh, that's right. Johnny Bench was on Hee Haw. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
on Hee Haw. Yep.
Cowboy Jack, who do you got? You're right. And he's saying Oklahoma, as I remember.
Because of that alone, he might vote for Dick Allen.
I know. Oh, my gosh.
Yep, Bench. Big Red Machine.
Wow, friend of the show.
I'm sorry, I should have known. He's a Reds guy.
That's right. He's a new Reds guy, even though he hates the guy now that he followed on the Reds.
Yeah.
Which is who?
He's an award winner last year. That
Hit King guy.
The Hit King.
Thing about the Hit King that he doesn't.
The guy can't keep his foot out of his mouth.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
All right. The big unit versus the big ragu. Tommy Lasorda. Oh my goodness! All right, Ian. Is it gonna? An unprecedented third.
No, it's not. It's not gonna happen. I gotta go. I gotta go with my man Randy in that poster.
Of course you do.
Yes.
Of course you do.
Picture perfect. Allan, who do you got?
Randy Johnson.
Oh, Kevin.
I'm going with Tommy Lasorda.
And I think that I have to go with him too. I love him.
That's what Tommy Lasorda.
I can't believe we're going to Jack.
The unit.
Nice. The Arizona ties.
Yep.
Oh, that hurts.
All my picks are out. My top 3 are all managers. I'm like, they're all out.
Winfield, Perry. Oh my gosh, that's okay. All right.
Hey, what? Oh no.
Gaylor Perry, Dave Winfield. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. So, all right. Let me regroup here.
Who's
all right,
first?
Kevin, who do you got?
Oh.
Who did you say?
Kevin?
Oh, I'm first. Sorry. I'm sorry. Now, darn it. All right. Let me think. Can I tell a joke while I distract myself?
we prefer you didn't, but if you insist.
No, I'm just trying to give myself a few extra seconds to think here. 2 all favors, 2 former Padres.
Yeah.
Gaylor Perry.
Ooh.
Going Gaylor Perry.
Allan.
Dave Winfield.
Oh.
You know what? I still went with Winfield, former Angel, Dave Winfield. I still went with him. I didn't think about
Ian.
Gaylord Perry, sir.
Ooh. And I will go with Gaylord Perry as well. Yes, he's a favorite of mine. All right, so we are on the final 4. We have Phil Niekro, we have Johnny Bench, we have Randy Johnson, and Gaylord Perry. Now, the fact that one of them will be eliminated here is they will go into the consolation round. That's where we pick our third. So
sorry, Jack. I blew it on Winfield. I forgot he's an Angel.
So we're going to go here. We're going to go Phil Necro, Johnny Bench. Ian, you are up first.
Dang. This needs to be the championship match. Oh, I don't know. There's 4 good ones here.
We can't go wrong.
I think in this matchup, I gotta go with Johnny Bench.
Oh,
I love me some Johnny Bench.
and it's
I like both these guys.
The catcher as well.
Yeah. I like both these guys a lot, but Johnny Bench, both these guys had great personality. What am I saying? But
yeah,
once you see this guy sing, you just can't unsee it. And when he grabs a handful of hammers.
Yes, Final Four.
It's tough.
Kept out looking for it.
Allan?
Stuck with the knuckleballer the whole time, but I think I have to go Johnny Bench.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I got it for a moment because I was trying to find the appropriate piece to match my vote, but I can't find it. But you know what, Michael Mondragon, I got a hunch you'll love the baseball bunch. I'm gonna go with Johnny Bench.
There you go. He puts him over. I'm gonna give a sympathy vote to Phil Necro.
Please. That was tough, but Phil might still make it. Come on.
Yeah, he still might make it. Not eliminated here by any stretch. So, all right,
But we know Johnny is in. We know Johnny's in.
Yes, and our second matchup is the big unit. Oh my gosh, versus the cagey veteran Gaylord Perry.
Yes.
There is over 600 wins here.
Yes. Yep.
And both former Giants.
Oh my gosh, like 650 probably.
Both former Mariners.
Oh
Both Hall of Famers. One was born probably before flash photography. The other one is a current photographer.
No, you mean, I'm not on this ballot. I'm not on this ballot. What are you talking about?
And
sorry. You said flash photography. I thought you said photography. I'm more than photography.
Yes. Well,
right.
Kevin, since you're so chatty, you get to go first pick.
Oh, jeez. Bloody hell. You know what? I'm going with Gala Perry.
Ooh. One for the old guys.
Yep. Looks like me.
Allan.
Gotta go with the big unit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ian.
I got the guy's jersey teed up right here. I got to go with Gaylord Perry.
Yeah.
Gaylord Perry. Oh my goodness.
This is tough. This is really tough.
This is. And you know what? One for the old guys. 3-1. Gaylord Perry.
Yeah, there you go.
Advances to the finals.
Yeah. Well, hey, Gaylord Perry won more games than Randy Johnson. 314 to 303. There you go.
Wow.
There you go. I didn't expect that. I thought Randy won more than 303. Oh.
Do you have strikeout numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like Randy's a little ahead of that one. I have
and I think Gaylord Perry has 2 no-hitters and Randy Johnson has one.
Randy only has one. Really?
I'm not doing that research.
Okay.
We have more important things to tackle.
Yes, we do. We need to get through this. So it is Johnny Bench, Gaylord Perry final. Who will it be? Ian, you are first.
This is so hard.
I know.
That's the fun of this.
Oh, at least we know both of these men are advancing.
Who's
They're
our number
already
one?
in.
The number one.
But the number one.
And the best.
The best of the best.
Eric Roberts.
Gaylord Perry, he got his award last year. And I love Johnny Bench. I really do. But I'm going with Gaylord Perry.
Gaylord Perry. Nice.
Got the jersey.
There you go. There you go. Allan.
Johnny Bench.
Oh, steadfast. Love it. Solid.
I got the baseball bunch T-shirt for Christmas years ago, so I'm gonna go with Johnny Bench. What do you got, Mike? What are you thinking, Michael?
And you know what? I'm gonna go with Gaylord Perry because I because of what Cowboy Jack I just saw in the
This is a
chat.
big one.
Oh no! And he's going with Big Red Machine all the way.
Yes, he is definitely. And there you go.
I'm sure he's still wham about,
Johnny Bench wins the top spot. Gaylord Perry is in second place.
Right.
We have a third. So our Phil Necro versus Randy Johnson. We need. All right. This could be tough as well.
It's fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. So, Kevin, who do you go? Phil Necro.
Well, as a decrepit senior citizen, I gotta go with Phil Necro.
There you go. So 1 for Phil Necro. Allan.
Randy Johnson has 1 perfect game, 1 no hitter. Randy Johnson.
Yeah, perfect.
Ian.
Can't go wrong here. Can't go wrong.
If I got to choose to hang out with one of these two guys, I'm going with Phil Necro. That's what I'm going with.
All right.
And our diamond icon, third position, Phil Necro.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Randy Johnson definitely made it a lot further than I expected.
I didn't expect him to make final
but
four.
I was so happy to get that knuckleballer in there. And he is there are your diamond icons. So let's go back to it. Let's see where we got Johnny Bench, who won it all. Gaylord Perry and Phil Necro. An exhausting 2023 diamond icons. We'll definitely share that on all the socials. I'm spent. This is very tough. I didn't know that this would be as intense as it was. And again, I was sick all last week, and I might be sick again because there's so many tough choices I had to make right there. Ian, thank you for joining us tonight. Can you give us any plugs that you want to do, or just throw out anything that you would like right now?
Yeah, as these guys said at the beginning, a goal of mine is to hit 50,000 subscribers, and I'm 400, 300-ish away. I'm not exactly sure which, but I want to get that before the end of the year. So if you are one of those viewers that haven't been over to If Sports Cards here on YouTube, please go over there, check out the channel. If you like what you see, click that subscribe button. It's free. Make sure you've done that here too. And this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you are sniffing distance from 50,000. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what that even means. It's like it's such a weird number. 50,000 people.
Yeah, think of a football stadium, fill that thing up, and that's as many people I have subscribed to the channel. Not that they're all watching the videos, but it is a pretty humbling and cool thing.
Well, the one thing that I learned about all this stuff as I dove into it more, it's less about the number of people that watch you. You're putting out relevant content right now that people are enjoying so much that you are being rewarded with eyeballs on what you're doing. So it is a credit to you, what you're doing, just the passion of what you're doing. And I keep on going, man. Let me ask you, I'm going to ask you a tough question here. Do you have another job besides this?
Yeah, I do. I actually, as you also said at the beginning, I had a son. He's now 8 months. Mom took care of him for the first 5. I've had him for the last 3. So I've been on paternity the last 3 months, but January 2nd, I got to go back to my other full-time job. So a little bittersweet, looking forward to, using my brain and stuff again, because taking care of a kid,
Yes.
It does take a lot of brain power. Don't get me wrong. If you guys are fathers out there, you understand. But yeah, hey, taking him to daycare is going to be a sad moment, I'm sure, and all that. But we're very blessed to have him, and blessed to have jobs and stuff like that too. So
it's a nice problem to have. Let's just say that you're playing with the house money right now. So so definitely keep up the hard work. We enjoy everything you do, and we definitely we enjoy your success as well. So congratulations to you. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being a big supporter of what we do. We appreciate it. Allan, you actually have a whole bunch of big trips coming up, and tell us about that.
I'm actually headed to Japan in a couple weeks, where I have a few baseball things planned, like Hall of Fame and checking out the Tokyo Dome and stuff like that. Other than that, gonna go watch some wrestling, probably buy too many hats, and obviously check out some beer spots wherever we can. So, yeah.
You're going to Rivera, hopefully. You're trying to get to Rivera?
Yeah.
Of course, you got to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, that's definitely on my list amongst, and going to a few of the memorabilia shops for wrestling as well to see what I can find.
Yeah, hopefully you know where to go. Hopefully we can talk about that off the air if you don't know some spots. I got it.
And I was telling Allan before this, Kevin, I don't know, we haven't had a chance to talk about this. We were talking about how the Tokyo Dome is potentially not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
And then so he's going to the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame, which is right underneath.
Right there. It's literally right there. Yes.
So it's a great time to get there and do all that stuff. So yeah, definitely. I don't think they're playing, but it's like there's probably stuff. Yeah, it probably doesn't start till later, but yeah, he's going to like a Noah show, and there's so many other things too, and so awesome. I'm super jealous. Again, we'll try to figure out how we can coordinate in the future. You were talking about going to Texas as well, right? Are you guys in Savannah Bananas?
Gonna go join Anna on one of her tours, baseball bucket list. Bananas. It's the first time the Savannah Bananas are doing a pro stadium,
and it's sold out. It's sold out. They sold out Houston. Yep.
Yeah, they have some serious marketing gurus that they got there, because they also just announced a cruise. Did you see that?
No way. Well, how does that work?
So they're going to have a couple games in Miami, and then there's like a cruise that they're doing following that, with the team will go on and all the shenanigans will happen on there.
The Bananas are such a marketing empire. That's their brilliance of it.
And here's the thing too. I think the party animals now have become like almost like the Washington Generals, but now they're touring as well, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, are they?
I think that they're their own brand now too, or the other, whatever the other team is.
I'm sure that's the eventual goal for sure.
There's also a third team that they call the Firemen, I guess. I'm not sure about that.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. So they're trying to branch out. It makes sense. And I remember back in the 2015 or so, I was going to go see a Savannah Bananas Making Bacon game, and I couldn't get tickets because it was a collegiate like wood bat league at that time or something like that. It was like impossible to get tickets, and they rebranded, and I said I can't get a ticket, even though I'm the biggest fan since day one.
They won the collegiate league back-to-back years, and then said, "Nah, we're just going to go into this Harlem Globetrotters thing."
Well, obviously it worked out. They sold out a 40,000 seat stadium, apparently.
Well, it wasn't like they couldn't come back for sure.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
super cool. So we'll definitely keep up with your exploits, and we'll definitely promote it and all that stuff. Kevin, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, hey, let me just say right now, you know what I'm doing February 3rd, Michael Mondragon?
What's that?
Michael and I are going to see Jackie the Joke Man Martling live at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood. And hey, I mean, he sent me a bunch of jokes. Let me read one more. The guy says to the bartender, "Hey, my wife says it's disgusting to pee in the bathtub." The bartender says, "So wait for her to get out."
Hey, that's funny.
That's the kind of jokes that Michael and I are going to see live. You know, the Newport Give Me Your Life. Thank you. You know, use your finger and dial 516-922-WINE, the Jackie Joke Man. I can't plug in the joke line still, but hey, you know what? Why not? It's for a good laugh. You know, good times. Hopefully next year, some good baseball and some good beers are always going to be there for us.
Yes, and thank you to everyone for again. We've kind of shifted of what we're doing this year, and I would love to do this all the time. It's a labor of love. One day, hopefully, it will be a labor of paying my bills, and might be a long time in the future. But we appreciate the fact that you take time out of your day to watch what we do, to enjoy our passion for craft beer and baseball. Again, it's just hanging out with friends, talking nerdy, And we appreciate each and every one of you. We can't believe that we made it to 1,000 subscribers. I will be ecstatic, like Ian, if he gets to 50,000 followers. And if we get to 4,000, hours of watch time? Again, we appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much, guys. From Kevin Lyon, from Ian, from Allan Jepsen, I'm Michael Mondragon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time. We'll definitely put it out there. Watch for us. Take care. Good night, everyone.